Welcome to Wrestling with Savage Productions, Savage Kingdom Productions, whatever you want to call us. Right now, what it is it's Tuesday night. It's 10:30 on the dot, and that means it's time for Last Take with Jay and Savage, and we're going to be talking about WWE. We're going to be talking about, Cody Rhodes, Jay.
Cody Rhodes. Wow, what a great way to start it off, Savage. Go ahead. What do you want to say about Cody?
Well, what's going on with Cody Rhodes? Did he just have this whole scenario with Roman Reigns, and now that just is washed away? We don't get any continuing scenes from that. Instead, we just go right into him and Gunther full throttle, and we just have to forget about what just happened with the mega powers, the new mega powers.
Here's my question to you: if that were to happen, do you want to see it?
See what?
What you just said. If they showed more of Roman and Cody, would you want to see it?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I think it needs to cool off.
Oh,
it makes sense.
There still should have been at least one follow-up to it. There should have been something with all of them in the ring. And then maybe Gunther also gets involved. I think they missed out on an opportunity to get Gunther and Roman Reigns in the ring in the same time.
I think they're just building a dream match for Saudi, as we all expect, and it should be a good match. And that's it. It's about selling tickets, right? So let's hear what Cody got to say, sell the match, and see what happens from there. Savage, who knows? I personally think they're testing the waters. They're testing the waters to see if fans want Cody and Roman again, or Cody and The Rock, or Roman versus The Rock.
Of course, they're always testing the waters. That goes without saying. They have to test the waters, because if you don't, you're not going to know what the fans want. But at the end of the day, what I like about the old recipe of the WWF was they didn't care sometimes about what the fans wanted. I think nowadays we cater to the fans way too much all the time. It's always about what I get it. They want to make their money. But at this point, they're so big again. I mean, they're arguably bigger than they've ever been. They're arguably making more money than they ever have. So sometimes I think it's worth sacrificing not making the money right away, but to, I don't know, put on a better show, have better stories, have better moments.
I think I could say that to top off NXT, put on a better show.
So what, you're going right into it that NXT was your show of the week?
No, I just think they could have put a better show.
Are you happy with Ethan Page? We can get right into it, I guess, if you want. If you want, we can just get into NXT first, since it just happened tonight. Might as well. All right, we had this triple threat match here that was going to really, I guess, it was supposed to be a banger. We'll talk about it.
Wasn't me.
Was it a banger, Jay?
Not to me.
Why not?
Because I think they act a little silly, if that makes sense. Look, I'm not a wrestler. I never went to school or anything like that, but I think they act a little silly when they're trying to sell. I think it's too much overselling. And you can see it, for example, when Ethan Page sold the jockey, went on the outside to the announcer's table. I mean, he's doing all this nonchalant, and I don't need a lot of it. I just need a little bit of it. It's too much. For me, it's too much. I don't believe it. It's like
what I do believe in is this. I believe in their love of Ethan Page, because they're putting him in this position again. And I think he's going to get the title back from. I think he has to get the title back from Trick again.
The only reason why is because he has the most experience out of the three.
Well, that's for sure. Yeah, yes. And Ethan Page, he did go on to defeat Wesley and Javon Evans, and it was for the number one contender triple threat match.
I'm going to say this to everybody. I love to say whoop that Trick. I do, but personally, he needs to be put over, and you have to have a veteran to do it, and that's Ethan Page. That's what it is.
Well, listen, he's going to get put over, but I don't think he's going to be champion right away. I think he's going to be champion this year, but I don't think it's going to happen
Well, it's not happening Howie and High.
Well, no. Maybe before New Year's. They might give him the New Year's moment.
I don't know. It might be a new player by then, but who knows? Who knows?
Listen, it was a good match, but it could have been a great match. I did like the ending, but I kind of saw it coming, you know, because this guy wasn't able to get his move off at all. So I just felt like, damn, man, he's gonna just save it for the finish. He's gonna have the finish, and he did. He got the upper hand on Javon Evans. Just held him down tight, and he,
Now,
you know, I mean, he looks.
It's really come down to this. It comes in full circle for me. Melo wins the NXT title. Trick wins the NXT title twice. And now Wes Lee will be the one to win the NXT title because I personally believe now he is the one to do it by the end of the year.
We're going to find out, and the story is going to continue. Again, this match here, hard for me to watch. Because I'm a big fan of Sinclair, but listen, she's really good, man. Let's be honest.
It's not even all her fault either.
No, but we know what Stephanie can do. Ren's obviously, you know, she needs
put a bore out of a match. I'll tell you.
She needs to. I don't know what she needs to do. She needs to do something though.
Kids, if you were watching,
that wasn't it.
Kids, if you were watching this was the bathroom break. This match, this was a debut of Stephanie Balkier. That's the funny part of the whole story here.
I mean, what do you really do here? I mean, you go in the locker room for the night, you see the card, you're like, oh man, I'm taking the loss tonight. You know, you're gonna just.
Well, let me ask you, you're the expert here. You've been in the ring. You hurt those ribs of yours, and I hope they're healing fine. By the way,
they're good.
But I want to know, you're expert on the miss. What went wrong in this match, Savage?
To me, it looked like lack of motivation from Ren Sinclair as far as, like, you know, in-ring performance.
And Stephanie?
She probably wasn't too pleased with just like having a quick match because it wasn't like this match didn't go long.
All right.
You know, maybe she wanted. How long was the match? 5 minutes? 4?
To me, I just think that Stephanie was slow. Did she move slow to you? I don't know. It moved a little.
Well, it's her first time we're seeing her on TV right now. She's probably just, you know, trying to take it easy right now. Nothing crazy. She maybe butterflies too. I mean, realistically, this is a big moment for her. It's primetime television on the WWE. I mean, she's done primetime on AEW, but now this is primetime. It's on one of the normal channels, not cable. No cable required to watch the CW.
Have you noticed like NXT is going real hard because tonight they had those spin the wheel for Halloween Havoc?
They did. They were trying to really hype up Halloween Havoc.
And then they're promoting next Tuesday, like, oh, we have some NASCAR driver coming to NXT next week's. Keep it live here. I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
Well, you're going to find out who he is. All right. We heard from the Don, Tony D'Angelo, who was trying to celebrate on his win. He also tried to give a lot of credit to Oba Femi. Oba came out. He looked very upset. He spun the wheel. It's going to be a TLS match, tables, ladders, and scares. Tony D, I don't think has anything to worry about. I think he actually has the psychological advantage over Oba Femi now. He got in his head. It looked like it's very clear that he got in his head because we've never seen Oba really show anger. And, you know, Tony D is getting anger out of him. And when I say anger, I mean like outside the ring. In the ring, yes, you see not even anger. In the ring, you just see brute force.
That's what I see every time I look at Oba Femi's eyes. Brute force.
Yeah, that's, you know, you didn't see the anger really too much from him. He wouldn't let people get on his bad side. He wouldn't get upset when, you know, cutting promos outside. He'd always stay very cool. But now he's like, you know, he's agitated. He looks agitated. So credit to Oba Femi as well, because he's really good. He's picking this business up at a very, very fast rate. I mean, he that cliche is he's a natural. This guy is for sure. So is Tony D at this point.
Who do you say picked it up faster, Braun or Oba?
I don't know, man. It's a tie, probably, man. The Braun too, natural. Braun was a natural. So, what were your thoughts on this matchup here?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Nikita Lyons versus Lola Vice. Listen, she roared back to NXT with a big win over Lola Vice. She got an assist from Jada Parker. Vice and Lyons used their striking to try to gain an advantage, but it wasn't until Parker entered, and then the match just shifted. Parker attempted to grab a hold of Vice, and when the referee had his back turned, she hit a brutal hypnotic, allowing Lyons to hit a Vader bomb to secure the win. What did you see, Jay?
Let me tell you something. Nakia Lyons, you gotta lose weight, girl.
Oh,
right? You just gotta just cut it down a little 10, 15. What's up, Elliot? How are you, buddy? Gotta cut a little 10, 15 pounds. Let me tell you, I know she had 2 ACLs, but I don't know, Savage. She was moving slowly. I thought she did good in the beginning. Then it just kind of got slow pace. Wasn't good for my taste. And talk about the presentation when she comes out. I mean, what the fuck? Black, you pop out. Black, you're doing combos in the air. I don't know. I didn't like the presentation. It kind of reminded me of Carmen Petrovic without the sword, if that makes sense. But I personally think Nakia Lyons has a lot of work to do in the ring. I know I make fun of her and everything, but all jokes aside, I think she needs a little more work. I think she's a little rusty. I don't know if you saw it tonight, Savage. I did. I thought her movement was a little slow paced for me.
Listen, brother.
I thought Lola Vice was good here. I didn't like the DQ. I didn't understand the Parker, but I get it. You're trying to set up the match. You're trying to build. You're trying to sell. Kudos to that. But for me, for Nakia Lyons, for what I remember, we talked about her. She was going to be this future NXT champion to the ACL injury. She just moved a little slow pace as the match goes on, if that makes sense.
Well, dude, that's a serious injury to recover from, and it is her first. It is her first match back. And you know, when you have an injury like that, sometimes it takes time to gain back any of the ability you used to have, if you ever even gain it back in the first place.
Should I put you on TV then? I can have you in live event matches.
Listen,
put you on TV.
Let's see what happens here, because that's a serious injury. Cut the girl a little slack. I mean, most people don't even come back from that injury, Jay.
Just salad is all across the country. You can't miss it. Go grab yourself a salad. Let's start doing it, girl. Let's work it out.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Rich Holland defeated Riley Osborne. The rampaging Rich Holland picked up another victory over a Chase U member, but a ghost from his past has come back to haunt him. Holland decimated Riley Osborne despite a valiant effort from the young Chase U superstar hitting a Redeemer to mercifully end the match. However, Andre Chase returned to save his pupil from a post-match beatdown, and he sent Holland running to the back. What did you see here, Jay? Did you enjoy this match? Chase is back. He looks good, looks sharp, clean haircut. I mean, looking sharp. He's back. Are you excited to see the matchup between him and Rich Holland?
I didn't enjoy it because I've seen this match before, if that makes sense. It just happened about 2 weeks ago. So this is nothing new to me right here. We all knew what was going to happen. I'm not a fan of Rich Holland as a WWE fan. He doesn't get to me. I think you and I made fun of him. He's the first guy ever as a wrestler to retire for just 2 days. I think it's the craziest shit I ever seen in my life. But you're trying to sell a match for Halloween Havoc. Let's see what happens. I don't really give a damn, if that makes sense. And that's it.
That's it.
That's my take. I mean, do you want me to be do you want me to be invested if a guy that I haven't seen on TV and Andre Chase, because you're trying to build this so-called injury, and you put me in a match twice with Riley Osborne? Are you kidding me right now? This guy's like 150 pounds, 170 the most.
So what are you saying? He's not talented? Riley Osborne's good.
Why the fuck do I want to see a cruiserweight with a heavyweight? The fuck is this?
Come on.
This is AEW? This is AEW now. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, we're in the same faction. There's reasons for the matches, bro. Come on. You know, it makes sense.
I don't want to see the mid-Carter. I want to see the main event in Andre Chase, but Jesus.
Well, that's coming. We got a little sample of that tonight. That's what I'm asking you about. Are you excited about that, though?
You don't have to sell me to 2 matches of this. And I was excited, but I'm not excited still.
Oh, shut up. You're excited. You want to see Rich Holland and Andre Chase go at it. That's going to be a good one.
No, because it has to end.
That's the point. It's going to end. Yes, it has to. You're right. And now let's get into this match here where Lexis King he defeated Oro Mensah in a gentleman's duel. And I mean, this match had like about 114 rules that nobody could understand. What did you think about the presentation? And it looks like Lexis King is trying to really prove to the world that he's a good guy, fair, follows the rules. He's a gentleman. Are you buying it?
My take on this. I'm gonna say this. Oro Mensah has come a long way. I think if there was a list of 5 wrestlers, he'd be one of them, of the most improved wrestler from 2023 to 2024. Presentation, personality, and in-ring set, in-ring set moves. But I personally think Lexis King's stock is very low.
Wow.
I don't see any character development, and it scares me because I thought he had a great character development when he debuted about his dad and he wanted to get away from that. I think we lost track of that. And I think that every time you see this guy in a match, it's either with an Oro Mensah, it's either with a Dante Chen, it's either with a Malik Blade. It's with mid-carders that he should not be with because he was presented as a top guy. And I think he's dropped since he's debuted. And I think this match served no purpose. I thought it was ridiculous, to be honest. You're trying to throw somebody over the ring. No, I don't want to do that. You beat him fair and square. Okay, but what did we really get out of Lexis King? Does his stock go up after this match or does it go down? For Jay, it goes down. I see nothing new, and I'm not invested the way I was when he first debuted.
I think that's a fair point. I'll say this. I'm not going to say his stock went down, but it definitely isn't going up. They're not really using him correctly. They're trying different things. At this point, it looks like they're just throwing a bunch of shit and seeing if something sticks, which, I get it. Sometimes in life, things are like process of elimination. Sometimes when you have a problem in your life, whatever it is, whether you're trying to get a job, talk to a girl, get a car, make a decision, listen, sometimes you just got to do the right thing. And sometimes that takes time and repetition, trying things. Hopefully, something that they do with him eventually just sticks. Is this it? I don't think so. I kind of liked it, but at the same time, I liked it because I'm a fan of him. I'm being biased. If I'm being real, if I'm looking at him as someone who doesn't know him, someone that doesn't know him, it's probably corny as shit.
Oh, you're being a fan. I mean, I can't stop you from. I'm just trying to.
Well, listen, his father was one of the best that never made it to that level because of what happened.
But here's the thing. His father worked with top guys. This guy isn't.
Yeah, that's true. But eventually, at one point, I mean, he wasn't always in WWF. All right, he was in WCW, and he was working with.
And he worked with top guys there.
Yeah, but not always. Not always. Sometimes he's just working with scrubs. WrestleMania. All right, here's a question for you. Will we ever see Lexis King at a WrestleMania in a match? Yes or no?
The only way we get that if it's a Money in the Bank or Intercontinental ladder match or something like that, or U.S. ladder.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. But WrestleMania 41 going to be in Vegas. Are you going, Jay? You got your tickets?
Jesus, man, you already out there. I already see it in your eyes already.
Listen, I have to go. It doesn't matter if I have to go. I have to be there.
Go, man.
Now, what could be great is if I had, I'm gonna just have to hire a cameraman out there. We need 20. We need in the streets. We need 48-hour live show. I need to. No. You hold on. I'm gonna stay awake for the full 48 hours, both nights WrestleMania, and I'm talking about when I'm not at the stadium, not at Mania, I will be in the streets or the casinos of Vegas, making moves, making money, making connections, and making content. We're gonna go live. It's gonna be wild. I need to literally hire someone who's gonna be my walking YouTube recorder, like on one specific device. He will just sit there and go live from Las Vegas during WrestleMania weekend, the whole time, absolutely wild. We're probably going to get banned. We're probably going to get fined.
Savage, you telling me you're going to stay out all night with a suit on?
Absolutely. Well, no, I'll change suits like 4 times. I have 4 suit changes arranged.
In the street? In the street? You said
no, I'll have a suite at a casino.
I know which casino, man.
I don't know whichever one Savage decides to stay at.
It to me, look, Vegas is overrated, but I did have fun.
I got connections in Vegas. I can walk in. First of all, I don't even need connections in Vegas. I can walk into any building. Listen to me. I can walk into any building in the world that I want to, and no one can stop me.
They didn't stop me at the Bellagio.
Listen,
they didn't stop me.
So Vegas is going to be crazy. Everything. If you're going to WrestleMania, make sure you prepare. It is going to be expensive. Flights are expensive. Hotels are expensive. Tickets are expensive. Merchandise is expensive. Food when you get there is expensive. Driving is impossible. So stop it. That's why I'm going to stay awake. If I don't go to sleep, I don't need a hotel. If I'm just walking around, I don't need a car. If I'm just doing my thing, I don't need a taxi. And I'll find people who are going to buy me food or give me food for free. I won't even have to pay for
the bus. The bus takes you the whole strip.
What bus? I'll have people carry me to the stadium. Like far, Jesus.
Man. That shit is far, bro.
Vegas will never be the same. Savage showing up. Yeah, Steven. Yeah, I will make sure. I will make sure that when this event is over,
it won't be the same.
Everyone who works for WWE, every one of them will know my name. You will know my name. And not only that, you will know how I feel about my name and how I feel about all of you, which is I am better than all of you. I'm a better cameraman. I'm a better producer. I'm a better wrestler. I'm a better manager. I'm also a better booker, a director, an editor, an analyst, and pretty much anything else that you can pull out of your stupid asses. Savage is coming soon to the WWE. I am manifesting it into this universe. I am going to take that. I'm going to take this fucking company over. Savage Mania it's coming, Jay. Even if it takes me 10 more years, Jay, I don't care. Eventually, we're going to take this show. We're going to do things. We're going to show these people.
To Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be live from Vegas. You should come.
A vlog of your experience.
Are you coming to this right here? Because I really want you to see what I have planned for Crowbar. I promise you, Papa Don, listen, he's let's be honest. Let's just say it. He's fucked some people up in his life. He's beat some people up. He has a long list.
Are we going to see the famous barricade be used in the match?
Listen, I forget that barricade. I'll crack a barricade in half with the anger that I have for Crowbar and the audacity and the disrespect. And it's all going to be unleashed this Saturday live at Battle in the Borough, because Crowbar is going to learn the hard way. He's going to learn the truth about professional wrestling, which is the Greeks. The Greeks invented it, and we're still doing it better than you today.
There's a new client.
The Greek god Papa Don is going to teach Crowbar all about professional wrestling. The Greek god Papa Don has been wrestling and kicking ass longer than almost anybody I know. And this guy and Crowbar have never had a match. This is a first time ever match. They have wanted to wrestle each other for decades, and it is going to happen. And it is going to happen October 19th at Battle in the Borough. And Crowbar is going to be, listen, they're going to have to help Crowbar leave the building. Mark my words. They're going to have to help him leave the building. He will not be able to exit the facility on his own accord, and they will question the future of Crowbar live after Battle in the Borough this Saturday on October 19th at Elmwood Park Rec Center. And if you want to see it, come on down. I'm telling you, if you even remotely have respect for Crowbar, come down, because this will be the last time he performs in a ring this year, maybe next year, maybe every year. Live this Saturday.
You lie. Hopefully that don't happen, but it should be a terrific match.
Listen, Papa Don, he's not just out for the win, bro. He wants to hurt this man. You have to understand that. Also, be careful. We're going to have someone from The Sopranos there. Will Janowitz will be in the house.
Who's that?
I think he was Meadows' boyfriend at one point. He's the guy that saw, I think, the other guy giving the other guy something in the parking lot, if you remember. Yeah, he's that guy. He's going to be there live. He's going to manage someone, apparently. Maybe Rick Recon. Rick Recon could use a manager. He has no fucking idea what he's doing.
What happened to Dave LaGreca?
What about David LaGreca?
He's not the manager of Rick Recon?
Not anymore. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Also, SummerSlam going to be 2 nights next year. I'm hyped about this. I'm going to make sure I'm there. Also, 48 hours live and uncut. We'll do half in Meadowlands and half in Times Square. When there's no action at the Meadowlands, we'll just stay awake in Times Square. Go nuts. Go nuts.
It's a place to go nuts.
AEW, in case you're wondering, the match is coming up for tomorrow night. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you give a shit. Maybe you don't. I don't know. When I see this picture, the only wrestler I give a shit about in all these is Okada right now.
Yep. That's it.
I would respect Rocky Romero a little more. I respect Rocky Romero and what he does in the back and producing and all that. I heard he's great, phenomenal. Maybe people are just putting him over. I don't know. But as far as like a wrestler goes, Okada's the only one I care about out of everyone in this picture. I used to really care about Kyle O'Reilly, but now I see him and it's like looking at a ghost.
This match doesn't interest me.
No, not at all. This match does, though, because Christian Cage, of course, is a top-tier performer at the apex of his career on the mic and maybe even in the ring. And Jay White is Jay White. If you know who Jay White is, then you want to watch most Jay White matches. He's great. He's what Adam Cole should be.
This is actually great because you can see here that they're finally making him a single wrestler chasing for the title.
Well, yes, absolutely. But I don't think it's going to have any meaning right now because at the end of the day, Christian Cage, the reason I say it's not going to have meaning for Jay White,
he's not booked as a joke no more.
But he's not beating Christian Cage.
He is.
You think so?
Yes. He has the contract. Doesn't give a shit.
Okay. We'll find out. Also, Shelton Benjamin's taking on Leo Rush.
I don't know why.
Yeah. John Moxley's the new AEW World Champion. Guess what?
Here's
Here's how much I care about it. Let's start talking about it. We'll talk about it for as long as this slide is on the screen. All right. Also, Adam Cole returns.
Jesus Christ, a full circle moment that nobody gave a shit about.
Dude, he looks hungry.
He looks anemic. This guy looks like he's 120 pounds.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad. Listen, I'll send you a steak. What are you doing?
And I want everybody to rewind when he came out and his music hit. He ran funny. He didn't even run straight because of his injury. It's bad. It's bad. This is all bad.
This is very bad. Adam Cole in AEW is very bad. I used to love watching Adam Cole in NXT. Watching Adam Cole in NXT was like watching a perfect wrestler wrestle at like the peak of their NXT run.
I'm going to say why this is bad because you had Adam Cole. He was the devil. He was hurt. Then MJF comes back. No. Then listen to this full circle moment. Then MJF comes back, kicks him or whatever, knocks him out on a pay-per-view, leaves the pay-per-view. Now he's a heel. All of a sudden, Adam Cole comes back heel to now babyface to confront this guy to get his kicks back. I mean, Jesus Christ, you can't make this up. They have nothing better for him to come back as a return, and this is what they give him. And I'm supposed to be invested? No, not invested.
Well, no, I'm definitely not invested in this at all. Not even the slightest bit. And I'm not invested in this at all. Actually, I'll say this. Queen Aminata, right? Queen Aminata. She's very good. Very good. I actually think she has a lot of potential in the ring. And it's just the same shame that she's going to have to take on Mercedes Moné because we know what's going to happen, right? She's going to win. And, you know, they have her booked Invincible. This guy came back. Swerve Strickland came back at WrestleDream and had a whole little shtick with, I guess, MVP and Shelton Benjamin and Prince Nana. I don't even care about this either. Do you care about this?
No, but I'm glad, if this makes sense, they didn't bring out Lashley. I'm glad that didn't happen yet.
Well, that's because if if Lashley's there, it takes away all the shine from Shelton Benjamin. So they probably want to give him that platform.
They're saving it. They have him. He's already signed. It's just a matter of when.
Other news from AEW: Toni Storm ranked the #1 women's wrestler in the world from PWI, and my boy Takeshita. The only thing I give a shit about from Wrestle Dream, that match, my champion. I told you he was going to get gold. Next, it's going to be World Heavyweight Championship. This guy will be a World Heavyweight Champion, and I told you.
Listen, this is why you can't put match of the year when you see a match like
Osprey. It wasn't match of the year. It was a great match. It was a great match.
I'll say this. It's not match of the year, but it's match of the year contender. That I will say about the match. But I personally didn't think I needed Takeshita in the match. I get it, what they're going with it, but
of course you needed him in the match because he had to win it. He had to win it and knew he needed this championship, Jay.
Of course, after you badlash freaking AEW 6 months ago saying, "Oh, I don't like New America, I don't like New York City," all this crap, of course they got to make you happy. So I'm not surprised, but I do like where Osprey is going. I like his next opponent, so I like to see how that plays out.
And they gave some gold to Brian Cage over here. Here's a big look. He got some gold from Ring of Honor. So Jay, real quick, before we move on to
this is Fanatics or this is for real? He won gold?
I think so, yeah.
Shit.
And new. Brian Cage. But listen, my question to you is before we move on to Raw and SmackDown, AEW Wrestle Dream, besides the Will Ospreay match, the main, the sub-main event, what other match was anything stick out to you?
I'm looking at the card right now, Savage. So for me, yes, one match did beat everybody, I think. Okay. And you're going to call me crazy because you just heard me say my take on the last match you posted.
Well, that's because you are crazy, but that's okay.
But yeah, I am crazy because for me, Mariah May versus Willow Nightingale was match of the night at Wrestle Dream. I thought that match was really great. I thought those two had great chemistry. I thought that Hurricanrana spot by Mariah May was great. I enjoyed the finish. Also following it was great. I thought Willow put her best show. And I thought Mariah put her best show, even though she's having the most lackluster run because of the booking of her and the championship. But this was a really great match. I think it was definitely match of the night, if you ask me. Even though, I just said the triple threat. Yeah, that could be match of the year. But I enjoyed the women's match. I don't know about you.
Okay. And Steven Chambers, yes, he's going to hold that title for a while, but he is a future World Heavyweight Champion. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to Toni Storm. Congratulations to Brian Cage. And you know what? Congratulations to Joe Hendry, because I think he's going to
pull the trigger.
I think you have to pull the trigger on this, like right now. Joe Hendry defeats Nick Nemeth and becomes your new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Jordan Grace Slamovich.
I like Slamovich in this one.
Okay.
I think she's a player.
Full Metal Mayhem. The system has to win this, or do you think the Hardys are going to get it?
You got to get it to the system because they're losing momentum. So
sounds about right. Moose versus Mike Santana. I think you got to give it to Santana right here, man. If you want to elevate him in TNA,
he's on fire. You want to build a
Yeah. He's had actually some really good matches this year that I've seen. He's had some really good matches this year, man.
Great matches in TNA.
Oh boy, Matt Cardona, PCO.
I have to watch this.
This has to be Matt Cardona, right? Like this has to be like the put Matt Cardona over tour.
I don't think they're gonna give it to him, but
you don't think so?
This has to. I just don't see it because of how the story plays out. Unless
they have to.
Okay, you give it to him, and Lander just basically turns on PCO. That's the only way. That's the only way it's gonna work.
For me, I think you have to go out.
Back with Cardona.
You have to go all out with Cardona on this, bro, and you got to get him on the E, bro. You got to get him on Raw for Netflix. Raw Netflix day one.
we don't need him in there. We don't need this guy. But if you want Cardona to win, you definitely need Lander on his side, hands down.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Let's move on to SmackDown. New logo, new time. Back to the USA Network. Jimmy Uso told Roman Reigns that they're just not the ones anymore. What was your thoughts on this segment, Jay?
I mean, it's a basic segment to me, Savage. It's basically saying, hey, look, our tribe, there's no one to hear it. It's just you and I. We don't have anybody. I acknowledge you, but nobody else acknowledges you because no one is here. It's basically a storyline, Savage, that they're going to play in front of our eyes probably for the next, October 15th. So what, a month and a half from now of how we're going to get the bloodline back. And then this is just part of it. And I think obviously these guys are family, for God's sake. So they're going to have great chemistry here. But what I really liked about this is that Jimmy got a huge pop. We haven't heard that in quite some time.
I'll give you that. Yeah, he did get a big pop.
And what I liked of what Roman does is that he's spreading his hotness. He's spreading, no homo on that, but his hotness on other wrestlers, and he's giving him that heat. And he just gave Jimmy a great moment, which, had fans confused. I was even confused at first, but it was great. They're building the story. I liked it. I liked how Jimmy says, yeah, but how? When the crowd was on him. And I liked how he controlled the crowd too, because if you remember Jimmy back then, he didn't really control the crowd. The crowd would kind of take over with the what chants and not let him talk. This time it was different because the fans are invested in the storyline, as you and I and everybody watching. So yeah, I enjoyed it. And I like to see how the story plays out. And this is the first piece of the puzzle.
Well, this definitely showed that they're going that same route, that they're really going to tease this thing the long haul. They're only going to give you little bits and pieces at a time, especially with Roman Reigns. You know what? I will wait for it. I'll be patient because guess what? The last few years have been great. So I have faith that this one's going to be great as well. So I'm looking forward to it. We also had United States champion LA Knight defeating Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes participated in his first title match since coming to SmackDown as he took on the United States champion LA Knight. Andrade made his way down to get a closer look at the action, playing mind games with Hayes. Hayes took it to the champion, countering the BFT with a kick to the back. Knight almost scoring a shocking pinfall on the megastar. The competitors exchanged counters until Knight landed on the BFT to gain the win. This match was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was a solid match.
This, to me, I hate because we need to build heels, and I think that's what SmackDown is lacking, Savage.
Well, we got a heel right there on the screen. They're building Andrade.
No, he's not a heel.
But what do you mean? This is TV time. This is TV time right there. You got a guy that's out there for a reason.
What do you do? Nothing. He's not a heel. He's a face. I had a problem with this because in that match, Melo absolutely got no offense. It was basically an ass whooping from the beginning.
No, it was definitely an ass whooping for sure. For sure.
Has the potential.
But that's the way it should be, though. But that's the way it should be. You can't have LA Knight. He's too hot right now. If he's not whooping ass, he's gonna lose it, man. He's gonna lose his fans.
If he's too hot, why he can't sell? Why he can't sell?
Stone Cold didn't get his ass kicked, Jay. How did Stone Cold get booked?
He's not on Stone Cold's level.
Yeah, because if you don't book him that way, they can't get on that level, Jay.
I could book him to the moon, and he still won't be on that level. I could book LA. I could tell you could get sick of LA Knight in 3 months.
I'm not saying they're going to replicate what they did with Stone Cold, but as far as like the persona of a man and who's in the ring wrestling, people think about, damn, this guy is a badass. The only way you're going to put that perception in their head is if you present him like someone like this, someone that could beat Carmelo Hayes like this.
His job as a champion is to put people over that he works with. You should have put Melo over. He should have got more offense. He didn't. It was all about L.A. Knight all night long. And I personally didn't like it because you got to build a heel and you have to build someone. And Melo could
You're building a heel with Andrade. Melo right now, he is there. Mello is there to run reps, bro.
He's a baby face. Melo's there to be a top heel.
He's there to run reps. You want a heel, baby? Here's a heel, Kevin Owens, who confronted Cody Rhodes. Kevin's been great. I can't wait to see Kevin and Cody. When do you think it's going to happen?
Well, they're basically slow playing Cody's next opponent.
I think we're going to get, before we get Kevin and Cody, we're going to get Kevin and Randy.
Hey, look, I'm just going to say this. Did I like it? Yeah, it was good. I'm not going to say everybody did bad. But for me, you have to follow up with what happened after Bad Blood. A lot of people did not see what happened after Bad Blood went off the air. They did not see Kevin Owens attack Cody Rhodes at the bus. So you have to follow it up, right? And this was it. And I liked it. I like how they went with the storyline, like, oh, KO is just jealous. He teamed up with Roman. Should have been me. I like it. It was good. You have to follow it up because I personally didn't watch it just like everybody else. I had to catch it on WWE.com.
Well, I think it's going to be at Crown Jewel as well. We'll keep you posted on what's going to happen there. Obviously, we know that Kevin Owens and Randy Orton can put on a match for the ages. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a great match. Come on.
If you do it, I say Crown Jewel, but Kevin Owens, I don't know if he goes to Crown Jewel. So,
we're going to find out. Well, it's coming, though. I'm sure that matchup is coming nonetheless over here. Trick Williams in attendance at SmackDown. NXT champion there. Of course. And then Naomi and Liv Morgan stepped up to Nia Jax. That led to Naomi defeating Nia Jax in a non-title match. And combating Naomi in a non-title match, WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax, she got basically flanked by Judgment Day members Dirty Dom and Raquel Rodriguez. Naomi used her quick feet to dispel Jax, but the Queen of the Ring bounced Naomi straight to the floor at ringside with an almighty Samoan drop. Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton tried to help Jax, but got stopped by Rodriguez. With Jax about to hit Naomi with the Annihilator, Morgan stole the Money in the Bank briefcase and hit Jax with it, allowing Naomi to pin the women's champion. What were your thoughts on this match right here? And it's kind of obvious that they're really pushing Naomi right now. Do you think she could be the champ coming up?
Yeah, I said last week she had to be booked as a top star because she hasn't been ever since she came back to WWE. And this match proves that what I said last week as well, that it will be Nia Jax versus Naomi because you need a top face. You need somebody different than just Bayley twice. So I personally liked it, even though there was a bunch of silliness going on the outside. But I do like that she got the victory. I think this is a great opponent for Nia Jax that's doing her best work as a heel right now.
I'm just happy to see Naomi actually getting some wins on TV. It was a good match, good performance. We also have Jade Cargill out there with Bianca Belair. And they're going to have a matchup over here, a really very easy matchup, pretty much. I mean, and then Rhea Ripley came out. She took everybody out.
Oh, yeah. She came out, took everybody out.
They're booking her strong on SmackDown and on Raw, as always. And Raquel is back. What do you think about Raquel and Carlito? I've been hearing rumors that they're the next power couple.
I don't mind it because this storyline could just go in different places. So I don't mind it at all.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Solo over here. Were you impressed with him defeating Jimmy Uso? And how does that feel for you? I mean, we see Jacob Fatu watching there in the background. Obviously, whenever Jacob Fatu is ringside, it doesn't matter what's going on. It's good TV time. The match was actually pretty good as well. Cousins going at it over here. And not even cousins, brothers, right? Brothers. These are brothers going at it. Baby brother with big brother.
Can't tell you.
Yeah, I know, right? You might as well just call it all brothers at this point. Cousins, brother, it's just all brothers. Solo looking good with that, Uranagi super rock bottom over here on Big Brother. And he put him down and beat him convincingly, too. So, I mean, this is Big Brother putting over Baby Brother kind of situation, I think.
Yeah, I just think Big Brother needs a lot more work because this match definitely was not a main event match.
Well, dude, this was his first time wrestling in how long? It's been a minute,
Why
right?
the hell do I want to put him in a main event match?
Because he wants to be main event. Because he wants to be main event Jimmy, man.
Do you see why we don't put him in the main event? This match. This is it. This is the match. Why we don't put Jimmy Uso in the main event? This is it.
Maybe.
I'm telling you, this is the match.
He was able to Samoa drop his brother, though. I mean, oh, but look who shows up. Roman Reigns looking good. Got to get that Superman punch. And now that one is his cousin, I believe, right? Just cousin.
I don't think the guy related to any of them.
No, these are all cousins now.
I don't think Tama Tonga is related to any of them.
Well, yeah, he's the son of Haku, is Roman's uncle.
Is that the storyline they say it, or
no? That's the truth, man. Look at Jacob Fatu fly, bro.
That's all he does. He gets paid millions of dollars to do that. That's it. That's the only move he does. That's all he needs to do. This and the Muso.
Steven said, guessing Roman Usos and the honorary Us Sammy versus Bloodline Warriors. No, man, stop. Sammy's never coming back.
He's coming back.
Stop it.
You know who's gonna bring him back?
Who?
Paul Heyman.
Terrible.
Why is it terrible?
Terrible. You know what time it is?
You just said you want to see Cody and Roman. Now you don't want to see where the Roman goes with the storyline of his? It's gonna lead Cody.
If they do it the right way, yes. But you know, there's a lot of questions to answer.
So you would be down for a trilogy of Roman and Cody.
Sure, why not?
I seen it with Brock.
It's tradition. It's tradition.
Fuck out of here.
Especially if The Rock can't make it to Mania, then you have to go Cody.
We gotta get into Raw because this.
I think what you do is you go Cody Roman, and Cody goes full heel and does whatever it takes to make sure he beats Roman.
Put Cody heel right away. I can't do that. He's touching because he does Make-A-Witches. He does fans outside. Look, he brings bands that went viral into Bad Blood, and they're dancing into his music.
So what? Braun Breaker can do that. Yeah, right. It'll be all right.
You do it.
It'll be all right.
We need a face. We don't have a Cena.
Monday Night Raw, now only 2 hours. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez leveled Rhea Ripley. Yeah. What'd you think about this?
Yeah, I like the intensity that Rhea. Look at that. Look at that intensity that she's just putting right there to Liv. I like it. I think Raquel is a great addition, even though she did that silliness at Bad Blood. But she's a great addition. Liv and Raquel were tag champions, for God's sake, so it works. I like it. I liked it, and I can't wait where this goes. I'm dying to see where this goes. And
it was really nice to see comparison with Tiffany and Rhea.
You did a good job too. Kudos to Tiffany. Good job.
Didn't I tell you? What did I tell you about Tiffany so many years ago? Didn't I tell you she was a star?
Listen, she had her bloopers in NXT. Don't give me that crap that she didn't.
But she's walking around with a Money in the Bank briefcase. Jay, how many stars that we've seen over the years?
She's lucky. She's lucky. All right, she got caught with that racist shit she posted on our Instagram. She's very lucky. She got the briefcase. And let me give credit because you just kind of skipped what these two did Friday. I thought these two.
I didn't skip it. It's right here.
Was the most impressive match they had against Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. They killed it. Even their video presentation, Who Were They About, killed it. I thought, and listen, and I don't even like their presentation, but when they come out, the fans were going nuts. Kudos to Last Legend and Jakari Jackson. Kudos.
What do you think about Jade Cargill? Is she getting better, Jay? Because she's definitely getting reps now.
She's not getting better, but she's doing good. Okay, does that make sense?
Sure.
Here, but she's not going to be here.
The War Raiders defeated Alpha Academy in a World Tag Team, #1 contenders match. War Raiders back on TV. Jay, are you excited to see the War Raiders back on TV? And what did you think about their first time back on TV? It's been a while since we've seen them. Obviously, veteran tag teams. What do you think?
They look good. They got the name, the War Raiders, so I like that. I'm glad. I think his name is Eric. Yeah, Eric came back. Said he wasn't going to wrestle again, so I'm glad he's back in the ring. And I thought these guys did. Look, I personally, all jokes aside, I thought it was a good return for them. But I like the idea of the tag team tournament. I think we need to see teams as War Raiders and Alpha Academy and American Made and all these other tag teams that they want to come up to get the tag team division invested. I think that's what it's lacking. I think there's not enough tag teams that we don't know and we're not invested in. We don't care. I mean, for God's sakes, they said it on Raw that Finn Balor and JD McDonough, the last time they defended was a month ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yeah, I'm never a fan of seeing titles just sit there and not be defended. So hopefully that changes soon. But kudos and congratulations to the Viking Raiders, the War Raiders, you're calling them. They look good. We'll see if they do something with it. Maybe they're your future tag team champions. They're definitely good enough to put on really good matches. That they put on good matches with the New Day that I thought were not going to be good matches, and somehow they turned it into good matches. So these guys are legit. Then we get Cody Rhodes and Gunther. They get into a epic confrontation for their matchup coming up at Crown Jewel. Who do you think got the better of this round, Jay?
Nobody. Nobody, because Gunther only insulted him one time, or should I say just got on his nerve with the secondary champion. But what was so special about this, Savage? I ask you. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. No, you're right. We know their match is coming up, and I think that's about it. That's as far as I can go. Braun Breaker defeated Kofi Kingston. Kingston subdued unrelenting Breaker after Breaker went shoulder first into the ring post. Kingston outfoxed Breaker, keeping him guessing and hitting the SOS, but it was not enough to keep Breaker down. Breaker then hit Kingston with a debilitating, I butchered that, spear to win the match. Wow, I debilitating. Yeah, debilitating. There you go. Damn.
My problem is like, for me, the number one star for Raw was Braun Breaker. But why do you have to have him in short matches? This was a very short match.
Well, again, you want to book him like a monster. Kofi's been there forever.
How you book him like a monster? He was getting his ass whipped.
Well, he's still,
he wasn't booked as a monster. It was
you know what a monster is? A monster sometimes takes a match. Listen, sometimes a monster has to take a beating to just snap and hit somebody with that kind of spear. The Kofi in this match, he beat up Braun Breaker, pissed him off, and then Braun just turns around and kills him. That's a monster.
He wasn't a monster to me. Okay. But he was a star. He was the number one for me, though.
Definitely a star, no doubt about it. Jey Uso saved the New Day from a Braun Breaker beat down. Yeet!
This was good. And I think these guys got great chemistry than him and Kofi Kingston.
Actually, you're right. This is like the first Intercontinental title rivalry that I'm actually kind of excited about. Like, the last match was really good. They know how to deliver. We've seen it.
Do we get a title change next week?
Maybe. Why not? Do it on NXT. You're going to do it on Raw. Do it on SmackDown. Shake things up, man. You got to do it
before Survivor Series.
You got to shake things up, man. Shake things
up. Okay, how about this? They have the match. Bloodline interferes. Loses the title. There's your reason to go back into the Bloodline. There's your entrance. I just gave you the key. Bloodline interferes next week. Braun's your champ. Boom. Jey Uso now will always be in the record for being an IC champion, just like his father, Rikishi.
Yeah.
And now you have a reason to go back. And the storyline just got more great because now Jey is going to go team up with Jimmy and Roman.
Yeah, Jay's great. Jay's wrestling the best matches he's ever wrestled in his life right now.
They gave him what he wanted. Number one selling merch.
You can see the confidence, right?
Yeah. This is something that Jimmy needs to take notes. He needs something on his own, but I'm pretty sure he'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure he's in a good place right now financially. R-Truth defeated The Miz as The Miz and R-Truth were battling. The Final Testament decided to show up ringside, taking the Awesome One's eyes off his opponent and allowing R-Truth to roll up The Miz and gain the win in shocking fashion. After the match, Karrion Kross threw R-Truth into the ring, leading to The Miz hitting the skull-crushing finale on his former friend and partner. Does this even,
interest you the slightest?
This is the dumbest shit I ever seen. But
Why do you need these 5 guys to come out here just for
because
archery?
I think they need one guy to basically get these 5 people over. And I think if Miz were to join a group, which he never did in his life,
Let me tell you
I think
something.
it would be
If
hilarious.
Jesus
I
Christ
think
came
it would
down,
be hilarious.
if Jesus Christ came down from the heavens and actually delivered the final testament, he himself couldn't get these guys
Jesus
over.
Christ, how many shirts we printed of these guys with the cross? Because we're losing a lot of money here.
We're losing a lot of money. We
We're
got to keep it
losing a
moving.
lot of money.
Keep it
This
moving.
is the clearance. This is the clearance sale.
Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez ended in a no contest. Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton made her way into the ring. She had her debut on Raw, teaming up with Rhea Ripley to take on Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. It was a great, great situation. Everybody was very excited. The crowd was into it. Ripley and Stratton had communication issues early on as Stratton tagged herself in when Ripley was about to duke it out with Rodriguez. Ripley connected with the Riptide, but Rodriguez stopped Mommy from getting the pinfall victory. As Ripley and Rodriguez were battering each other at ringside, WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax attacked both superstars, forcing the referee to ring the bell. After the match, Jax leveled Morgan with an Annihilator, prompting Stratton to try to cash in on the Women's World Champion. Unfortunately for Stratton, she was throttled by Dirty Dom, who whisked Morgan to safety. What did you think about the main event of Raw?
I just want to say one thing to Stephen Chambers. I
Look at that
cannot
leg drop.
put AOP with the War Raiders. Okay, I just made the War Raiders back, and I'm gonna book them with a team that just absolutely sucks. It's just bad for business. But I'm gonna say this was okay. It wasn't bad.
Look at that leg drop. Look at that leg drop. Whoa.
Your girl Tiffany were getting her ass whooped. She didn't do nothing in the match,
Oh.
but it was okay. I mean, you're trying to build a story here with Nia Jax and Liv. I personally don't give a shit. So it is what it is. I mean, I didn't like it. It's not main event quality, but this is what we got.
That is what we got right there. And so, Jay, before we end the show, why don't you go ahead and give us your last take for the week in pro wrestling?
I thought we had a great up last week, and this week we just kind of slightly went down like a roller coaster, and I just don't understand. I think that the 2 hours is kind of hurting Raw because we're only getting little nuggets of what we may like, but we're not getting the complete nugget. And I think it hurts a lot of people, especially if you're trying to get over. So we got to make videos such as Chad Gable and the whole AKA former Diamond crew over there. And it's just sad. I think they need the extra hour, even though I don't enjoy watching Raw for 3 hours. SmackDown was okay. I didn't enjoy LA Knight match. I think Melo, you need to build stars like Melo to make him a top heel on SmackDown because that's your future. I didn't think we get that. I don't like the silliness with the bloodline, and you're going to get this match with Jimmy and his brother versus brother on SmackDown tonight. You got to watch it. And the same shit you always watch is DQs with Solo. Anytime Solo or any of the members of the bloodline, it's just always a DQ. You never learn nothing new. I only think there's something that I learned that I like, which was a nice nugget, was on Raw that we didn't talk about, Savage, was basically Jimmy and Jay confrontation, the second piece of the puzzle that we had on the first on SmackDown. And that was a good confrontation. Get out of my face. You saw the intensity, Jay. I want nothing to do with you. I did not forget brother versus brother, WrestleMania. I think everything was going great in that segment, and it only lasted for about 5 seconds. So the storyline is going great, but overall, I just think 3 shows let me down. I don't think I got a full NXT show. I personally didn't. I thought it was lackluster. I thought it was so lackluster that you had to spring the wheel to somehow get our attention. I thought the main event was lackluster. Maybe that was because it was a triple threat. For me, I thought it was just too much silliness on the overselling. That's just me. But overall, I just think it just went down.
My final take on the week, the last take that you're going to hear tonight. Yeah, I have to actually agree with Jay tonight. Raw, SmackDown, NXT all felt like diminished compared to prior weeks, but we're not always going to be able to put on banger after banger. Live TV week after week after week is very difficult. Raw changing to 2 hours is a drastic change to the environment of the show itself, because we still have sometimes in some cases the same amount of talent, if not more, around. We can't give them all 10 minutes. We can't give them all 5 minutes. Sometimes we can't even give them 1 minute. Sometimes we give them 1 minute too long. And other times we don't even have room to consider giving these people a minute. And because of that, I feel like a lot of things are now being kind of scrambled together. They're not sure what to do with who because of the time. The time restrictions, I think, are putting a big headache on creative right now. They're going to have to make releases if you want to adjust to a 2-hour show. You can't have these kind of numbers on the roster and then have no space for them on TV. TV is their real estate. TV is where they're going to be able to get fans and sell merch and make money and make memories. If they can't get on TV, they're absolutely worthless to you, and they shouldn't even be getting paid right now. So that's what I'm saying to you, WWE. I think you need to trim the fat. You need to trim what is not going to generate profit, make those decisions. Sometimes they can be difficult, or find something to do with them. I don't know. I think when Netflix comes around, there's going to be potential for more shows, more brands. I think we're going to see a WCW revival. I think we're going to see an ECW revival. I think we're going to see wrestling on 7 days a week at this point, because the fans obviously can watch wrestling 365 days a year. We've seen it. They are the most dedicated fans in the world. I guarantee you fans from the NBA would not watch NBA basketball 365 days a year. But fans from the WWE, they would watch wrestling 365 days a year. That's how powerful and big the connection is that WWE has with their fans. So that's my advice to WWE. Trim the fat, or find somewhere to put them so they can work and do their thing and have a chance to make a living. Because you can't make a living sitting and catering. God damn it. All right, before we end the show, my favorite part of the show sometimes. Here we go. You ready? Ready for some breaking news? WWE Saturday night's main event could be the stage for Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. That is also a rumor. A lot of people are saying that we're not going to see it at Crown Jewel, but we're going to see it at Saturday night's main event. You heard it here first. We'll find out if that's going to happen. Brock Lesnar trends after several references on Raw. Yeah. He's also back on the website. I think he's back on the video game. Is it a matter of time? And I say this to you. Without The Rock at WrestleMania, I feel like we need Brock. You got to have some kind of a Rock there. And if it can't be The Rock, it's going to be Brock. And Brock could be a guy who could step up and maybe have 5 straight years of matches where he's just, like an Undertaker kind of booking. You just book him for Mania.
Yeah, exactly. And that match has to happen with Gunther. It has to take place.
Okay, you want that match this year? Okay, maybe.
It should have happened last year.
I think we're going to see Brock in Vegas. I think he's ready to come back to Vegas. Matt Cardona confirms that he was offered contracts from AEW and WWE, but Matt Cardona has a big vision for what he wants his career to be. So until they're willing to match him on his needs, I don't see it happening just yet. I want it to, but we'll find out next year perhaps. Grayson Waller calls out John Cena for a match as part of the retirement tour. That's a smart move by Grayson Waller. I'll just say that. Booker T rips into the donut-eating fans who criticized Javon Evans' botched RKO. So my question is, Jay, do you eat donuts?
I actually stopped.
Good.
I didn't.
Do you care, Booker T? Why is he bothering the fans? We like donuts. So what?
You make fun of somebody botching, he's going to make fun of your weight.
I'll be working late nights now, and sometimes I'll go to Dunkin' Donuts at 4 a.m. when they have the fresh donuts. They're awesome. They're amazing.
I would just get a lot. I got a latte this morning.
They're amazing. I got to stop eating the donuts, though. They're not good. Booker T wants to collaborate with Sexy Red for a music video. Guess what? Please don't. WWE also releases official CM Punk Larry the Dog plush toy. Are you buying it, Jay?
Oh, who cares?
How about you, Steven Chambers and Savage Kingdom? Let me know in the chat if you're buying that Larry the Dog plush toy. AEW airing commercials during Raw broadcast on Fox Sports Mexico amid their network transition. So look at that. AEW providing WWE with some money for advertising. Isn't that nice? Isn't that sweet? And Chelsea Green confirms she's filming television series Blue Ridge. So yeah, my girl Chelsea Green over here, she is a fucking star.
She must have a good agent.
She has a great agent, and she's headed for big things. We're headed for big things.
Oh, yeah.
This Saturday, obviously, if you're in the area, you're more than welcome to come on down, pick up a ticket, and you can watch the match, first time ever between Greek God Papadon and Crowbar. It's going to be a good time. Savage will be there. I'll be on commentary as well with John Blaine. So,
I'm doing double duty.
Yeah, I'll be on commentary too. But, I'm going to get on and off commentary whenever I want. Obviously I have a matchup to worry about. So, it's going to be a good time. Some interesting things. And guess what? You'll be able to watch it live on this channel right here. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. It's going to be good shit. What else did I want to say? We hit 10,000 subscribers. So thank you to everyone that subscribed. If you're new to this channel, make sure you like and share. I am Savage. That is Jay. And every Tuesday night at 10:30 p.m., we're going to try to bring you this show, The Last Take. And we hope you enjoy it. Everybody have a good night, and we will see you next week right here. Same damn time, same damn place.
That's right.
Yeah. Stay savage.
Red 3, 1, 2, 3, press on you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a body slam, choke slam, hit you raw. This is wrestling with Savage. Back down, hold the title. This is wrestling with Savage. The epitome of grappling, scrapping them toe to toe. We ride or die, my kingdom's with me, legendary up in my road. Terry limbs up on my pole, the ankle lock grip is accurate. Greek God in the flesh, every move is immaculate.
Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign. Savage Kingdom, march on bones. Savage Kingdom, fight, we reign.
I be the king of the ring, the mightiest force to be reckoned with. The unstoppable, immovable manager, cause an exodus of other voices making money, choices, and wins. PG era is dead, the Savage era begins. Red 3, 1, 2, 3, press on you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a body slam, choke slam, hit you raw. This is wrestling with Savage. Back down, hold the title. This is wrestling with Savage. The real boss of all bosses, pile drivers, hip tosses. We holding multiple titles while you keep stacking up losses. Roster talent that flosses, y'all can't even present a match. I'm in a tour in his army, breaking backs upon the mats.
Savage